Hello student, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's course of operating system, we are going to study about what are the needs of operating system. Why do we actually need operating system? That we are going to study today. So let's get started. So as we know that what is operating system? Operating system is nothing but the interface between user of a computer and computer hardware. It is one kind of software which is going to act as an intermediary between user and the hardware. What is the actually need of the operating system? Can we actually operate without operating system? And if it is so, then why we are using operating system? That is, today we are going to study about what are the needs of operating system. So let's get started. So first need of operating system is it is going to make the programming much easier. If there is no operating system, then suppose for example user want to print something on the screen, then user will use printf statement for example in C language. So at the back end, the application program is going to make some kind of system call which will actually print the content on the screen. If there is no operating system, then the programmer has to write a complete code. He have to write a complete code for printing, for scanning, complete code in the term. It is going to check out whether the resource is available, if the permission is been granted, if there is a proper kind of connection, if the resource is available. Everything needs to be checked for each and every activity. That will ultimately make the system programmer or the application programmer a very tedious job on their head. So the programming will not be easier, because for each and every task they are going to take in-depth kind of research in the system, which will ultimately overhead for the application programmer. So if the operating system is present, they will just use some kind of methods and the application program will make some kind of system call to the operating system, and the operating system will do all kind of job on the behalf of application programmer. So here it is written, every user program need not worry about handling hardware on its own. So that is done by the operating system, and user or the application programmer need not worry about it. So that is a main advantage of operating system. It is going to make life much easier for the programmer. Next is operating system is isolation of processes. As we know that our system is a multiprocessing system, number of processes will be running simultaneously and they will be using a common memory, for example RAM. Now it should not happen that one process is tampering another process data. So over here the operating system act as the authorization. It is going to check out that each process is going to work in an isolated manner. They are working as if they are independently running in their system. So that is the main need of the operating system. That is the isolation of the processes. Otherwise, one process can tamper with the process of or with the data of another process, which will ultimately make our system in an unstable state. Another need of the operating system is the better utilization of resources. As a system is going to have limited resources, those limited resources are to be used in an efficient manner. If it is not used in an efficient manner, then you are not going to make a best use of a system. So there is some kind of authorization. Like if a process 1 P1 is holding the resource R1 and R2 and R3, and process P2 also requires R2. P1 is holding R2 but he is not actually using it for the moment, which is desperately required by the process P2. So in such case, releasing of the resource from P1 and giving it to P2 will be done by the operating system. So operating system is responsible for managing each and every resources in a system. So there is some kind of authorization. Otherwise, the process will hold on as many resources as they want, and which will also hamper the number of multiprocessing or multitasking which is to be done by the operating system. So I hope that you understood why do we actually need operating system in a computer, in a laptop, or any other devices. The first is it is going to make the life of the programmer or the user in a very much simpler manner. Next is it is going to make the better utilization of the resources, and there will be the isolation of processes. The processes will not hamper with their data or not hamper with their another process data. So that are the main needs of the operating system. I hope you have understood my today's lecture. Thank you. And if you like my lecture, kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.